Hello. Let me tell you something. This world uh isn't all that bad. There's a lot of bad times in history. There's like the Dark Ages and like all of the 16th century, most of the 17th century. Things never really were that good. Um, a lot of what begins someone spiraling into the depths of uncertainty is expectation. When they might feel like the world owes them a lot, or at least enough, for whatever that may be. And now it's not on the fault of the person who expects this. It's simply just a judgment, an expectation. And oftentimes, people lose fact from fiction or expectation from reality or future that they've come up with their head or the future that can never be expected. And what I'm trying to get at here is that people can look into the future with their minds. It's a beautiful ability. And they'll think so much. Think that, oh man, it's not looking good. Oh man, I should be prepared. Oh man, I need to do a lot. And they don't need to do that much. They need to do what they need to do. A lot of, my favorite quote, I don't know if it's a quote, something I repeat to myself a lot, is that premonitions of the future and rumination of the past is the root of anxiety. It's like literally what it is. You think of the future, it makes you uncertain. This causes anxiety. You look at the past, it makes you feel a certain way. And you put a judgment on it. And maybe you see that past self of yours and you think, man, they should change that. And that's a judgment, and that gives anxiety of a normative, what I should be doing. And then there's the present, which is my favorite tense. The one that I need to spend more time in. And in that present, you're not exactly entirely free of anxiety all the time, but a majority of the time, you just gotta focus on whatever you're doing. And sometimes that is trying to figure out what to do next, which is a premonition of the future. And in such cases, unfortunately, you may have to think about the future a bit, just to figure out what you're going to do next. Now, you could set up your life so that everything is blocked out and you set a little bit of present moment time to block out your future moments, so that you don't have to think about what you need to do next, and you simply have a resource that tells you what to do next. And that is good, but some people aren't built that way, me included. I still use a calendar, of course, but only for specific things, events, times and places, dates, even. Um, and all of this is well and good, but you should focus on the present. And that can be hard to do whenever you're spiraling out of control and thinking of all the terrible things that could happen and trying to give yourself the best shot that you can in whatever future you're imagining. But you can never truly imagine the future. You can only speculate, really think about it. You can never foresee it. And you gotta be aware of that a lot of the time if you want your mental to not be icky. And so that leaves us with a couple thoughts. The internet is a scary place. It'll give you a lot of information. There's a lot of information on it, right? And you'll use this information to build up your idea of the world. And your idea of the world is your idea of the world. It's only yours and nobody else's. And it's always going to be yours. And so, you're the only one that can reframe it or be aware that your idea of the world is flawed in the sense that, well, the world is kind of impossible to know in whole because it's ever changing. And you just gotta be okay with that, I think. Because if you're not, it's gonna cause a lot of struggle. So you gotta be okay with that, and you gotta see that it's probably gonna be okay. And that humans have survived for a while now. And they like to have premonitions of doom. But they never are fulfilled. So you could infer that, well, it's gonna be alright. And most importantly, that you'll probably live another day. And in that day, a lot of things are going to change. You'll probably feel differently at one point in the day than the other point in the day. And that is still the change that is going to happen that you cannot stop. And so, even if you're feeling not good about your future or unable to cope, well, you can just you can just know that it's probably going to be all right. Unfortunately for me, it seems that I gotta go. But I'll leave you with this. Keep it up, champ. Toodles.